time is all you have. I'm not gonna lie. Time is literally all we have as people, you know? And whatever you spend your time on is gonna be your life. So if you look at somebody like Steve Jobs, all the money that he had in the world, he couldn't buy himself another year. He couldn't buy himself another day, even if he wanted. He couldn't buy himself another week. So the time that we have is literally everything. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us spend our time doing the most randomest, the most bullshit, the most trash things that we could be doing with our time. But we don't realize that our life is literally a limited resource. Time is our life. Our time is our life. So how you spend your time is literally how you will experience your life, bro. Like, it's that serious. Most people waste their life slowly, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, most people waste their life slowly. They don't even realize that time is going by. I know for some of y'all who might have been out of high school for a while, just think about how long ago high school was. You might be like, damn, I just graduated high school. You look up, you 21, 22, probably even 30. You not even realize how much time really has gone by since you was in high school, since you was in elementary school. Time flies like this. And when you ask yourself, what have I done since completing that goal, since graduating high school, since finishing elementary school, you really look back on your life. Are you really happy with where you put your time? Are you really happy with what you got out of the time that you spent? Are you really happy with everything that you have gotten yourself into in the meantime? The answer is probably no, because you probably spend a bunch of time wasting around with the wrong people, wasting time with the wrong girls in your life, wasting time on a game that don't really mean nothing no more, wasting time on whatever it is. But the main thing that you really want out of life, whether that be getting rich, whether that be starting a family, or whatever it is that you want to do with your life, it's probably not accomplished yet. Whether that's getting rich, whether that's starting a family, whatever it is, it's probably not accomplished yet because you spend so much time wasting. You know, for me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I spend so much time wasting on YouTube, watching YouTube videos, because I'm always the type of person that likes to learn. You feel me? I like to read. It's a new book I'm reading right now. I like to learn, I like to read. And I thought a lot of the time I'm spending on YouTube videos, I'm learning. So this is something valuable. It's better than Netflix. It's better than Instagram. It's better than TikTok. I'm learning something on YouTube. But the whole time, I don't even retain any of the information that I'm actually, learning about. I'm not actually retaining any information. It's really an actual waste of time. So me not knowing this, I'm spending a bunch of time watching YouTube videos every day, learning about different subjects, when I should have been chasing after the business I wanted to build, when I should have been chasing after the goal I was trying to achieve. But instead of doing that, I was spending too much time on YouTube just consuming content and not creating content. Content is everything. That's why the biggest companies are paying content creators to literally make videos for them, to make advertisements for them, because the content is everything. It's not the day and age no more of the hype wins. It's the day of whoever posts the most content is gonna win, bro. That's why you got people like Neon, you feel me, Clavicular all over your page every day, because they're literally posting 30,000 videos a month. But that ties back to what I was saying. Most people waste their time slowly. As you see, bro, this is what an old man told a little boy, bro. He thought he had lots of time, but slowly he started to feel different. Now he looked at his life and see how many hours he lost, and he asked himself, what am I doing? He literally had no answer. And that is coming from an old man. That's coming from somebody who has lived life. And a lot of y'all, you feel me, in this video, y'all probably my age, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, don't even realize how close you are to actually being an old man. Like, it might seem like, oh, I got so much time until I'm old, but bro, like this, literally, your life will be almost over with, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You like this, you will be old, bro. It's that serious. What you spend your attention on will literally be your life. Like, that's literally your life. If you look at somebody like Kobe, rest in peace Kobe, you feel me? One of the best basketball players to ever touch a basketball, to step on the NBA court, you feel me? One of the most motivational people, if you really listen to what he had to say and the life that he had lived. Like, that's one of the most, you feel me, dedicated people in probably the history of time. But if you look at Kobe, right, he spent his whole life, all of his attention to basketball, to get better at basketball, to be the best player ever. It's literally what he dedicated his life to, right? He gave his attention to that and he achieved that. You know what I'm saying? He literally achieved that goal because that's where he put his attention to. A lot of y'all are putting y'all attention to like the wrong things, bro. And that's not to say that I haven't as well, but you know, even focusing on going out, going to the clubs, chilling with these girls, you feel me? That's what your life is gonna be. It's not gonna be filled with success. It's not gonna be filled with riches. It's not gonna be filled with anything that's not related to the topic of what you're spending your attention on. So if you're spending your attention on straight girls, you're spending your attention on games all the time, you feel me? If you're spending your attention on whatever it is that's holding you back, that's what your life will be. Your life will be held back. If you spend your life procrastinating, you will have a procrastinated life. Your life will not be where it needs to be if that's how you spend your time. You spend too much time messing with these women, bro. That's all you're gonna have. That's all you're gonna have. If you spend your time trying to get rich, trying to build businesses, you're gonna have the riches. You're gonna have the wealth. You're gonna live the life that you give your attention to. And attention is a 24-hour game, bro. Every 24 hours is refreshed. It's new attention every day. But if you give 10% of attention, you're going to get 10% of results. If you give 100% of your attention, you're going to get 100% of your results. You feel me? So what you focus on is very important, bro. And it can be very dangerous, like when you not putting your attention on the right things, because you look back, you end up looking back. And time is one of those things you never get back. And everybody knows that, bro. But we still live our lives and waste time. But you end up looking back like, damn, what have I been focused on this whole time? I could have already achieved my goals. I could have already got to this. I could have already did this. But I set myself back because my attention was in the wrong place. Damn, I could have already been with my wife, but my attention been on this bitch. Damn, I could have already had my dream car, but my attention been on driving in Forza. Hold on. Time does not seem valuable until it's gone, right? Until it's gone, it don't seem valuable. Now, when you look at somebody like Mike Tyson, you see he been boxing for 30 years. He been boxing for 30 years, bro. Like, he pushing, I don't even know how old Mike Tyson is, but I know he's pushing towards the end of his life. But if you look back on his career, he's been boxing since the 80s. He's been boxing since a kid, right? And when you look back on his life, and he even said this himself, you know, he spent a lot of his time focused on the wrong thing, focused on addiction, focused on, you know, boxing. And boxing just had him so blinded, you feel me? He didn't actually want to work on the things in his personal life until after he got older, right? So Mike Tyson is basically saying, bro, like, he could have been at the level he wanted to be spiritually. He could have been at the level he wanted to be mentally, but he pushed it off to the side because he spent so much time focusing on boxing. He spent so much time focusing on the wrong things. And even though he's had a great career and is seen as one of the greatest boxers ever, somebody like that is a perfect example of why time does not seem valuable until it's gone. Because this might seem like a person who spent his time in all the right places. He got rich. He got the things that he wanted out of life. He had a great boxing career. He was one of the greatest boxers ever. But somebody like this is saying that his time didn't seem valuable until it was gone, bro. And that's what it is. Time is the most valuable thing you have. It's more valuable than money, more valuable than the car you want, the penthouse you want, whatever you want out of life. Whatever in life that you seem as valuable, that you're looking at as it's valuable. I need this, I need that. What you don't realize is time is the most valuable thing, and it's free, right? When they say time is money, that's the true statement as well, but time is free. It's one of the only things that we have that we aren't being charged for to live, right? You know, we being charged for water, we being charged for food, we being charged for anything, bro. Anything. This t-shirt on my back, it costs money, but the one thing that don't cost money is time. You never know how much time is left. Now, when you look at somebody like the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, or you look at somebody like Juice WRLD, you feel me? These are both people that was at the top of their careers, at the very, 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 very top of their careers when they died, bro. You feel me? When their time ran out like that. You never know how much time you have left. Black Panther was just coming off the biggest movie of his life, Black Panther 2, when he lost his life to cancer, you feel me? That's something genetically, you feel me, naturally, biologically, that took his time away. right? And then you got somebody like Juice WRLD, you feel me, that seemed like he had this whole career ahead of him. He at the top of his career and he ended up losing his life to drugs like that, you feel me? So you never know how much time you have left. That's why it is so important that you spend your time wisely, that you use your time wisely. It's so important that you value your time more than anything else in the world, because it can be taken away from you just like that. That is one of the things that keep me going the hardest, because I do never know when this experience, when this physical reality is gonna be over with for me. I never know. I never know. That's why every day, since kind of realizing this and developing this mindset, I never waste my time with nobody on nothing. I never know how much time I have left. Like this literally could be my last day, bro. This literally could be my last day. And I would be satisfied with it because I did everything that I wanted to do in this day. So time is literally all you have. You never know how much you have left. You never know how much time you have to accomplish the things you want to do. That's why it's so important that you get up and get after it, bro. That it don't even matter if you lazy, bro. Like, you gotta really just remember this and think about this. Even though you feel lazy, right? Even though you feel like, I don't feel like doing this, I have another day, I have another time. You might not. You really might not. And you might not have enough time to accomplish what you want to accomplish in your life. So that's why it's so important to spend your time doing the things that actually move you closer to your goals. Because when it's all said and done and you look back on your life, on your deathbed, you don't want to have no regrets. You want to feel like you did everything you possibly could. You want to feel like you took care of as many people as you wanted to. You want to feel like you did everything under the sun, and this really feels like, damn, there's really nothing else for me to do in this life besides die. So when we come back here, bro, time is literally your life. You don't want to waste it. You don't want to be willy-nilly with your time. You don't want to just let life pass you by and look back and regret on this life. Life equals time. Time equals life. It's literally one and the same. That's your life force right there. Is literally your time, bro. Steve Jobs couldn't buy no more of it with $1 billion. He couldn't buy a day, a week, a month, a year. He couldn't buy anything. One of the most successful people in the world, the person who literally had created Apple, right, could not buy any more time. One of the people that has changed the world in the way that we live, like somebody like this who made an iPhone like this, you feel me? He literally changed the world and he could not buy any more time. That shows you in itself that time is the most important resource. But if you guys enjoyed these type of videos, go ahead and leave a like and a subscribe so you can catch more videos like this coming up on your feed. It's been y'all dog Chai. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all next video. We out.